Cosa que empieza. Ah, mira. Esta es la voz de... ¿Esta es la voz de Nahida en inglés? Espero que ponga otra voz para Nahida, porque no le pega una mierda. Perdona que te lo diga, ¿eh? Vale. Vamos a ver el tráiler. Van a esperar un poco por el tráiler, porque es que muchas veces empiezan... Venga. Vamos allá. Tráiler, chicos, Joyaverso. Lo he vuelto a hacer.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. We have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape.
Huh? Did I just see something dart by?
Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us.
Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body. Yeah!
Hey. Nos han hecho hacer el puto evento... Nos han puesto hecho hacer el puto evento de la cámara para testear a Nahida.
But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling.
La.
Is it too late for an extension?
Hija mía, ¿sabes que puedo ir a por ti si quiero? Porque estás con un banner de Yaimiko, ¿no?
Stars, shine for me.
Te voy a farmear, hija de puta, porque tropeas pa' Nahida. ¿Caramush? O Dottore? Dottore, ¿no?
So, you think this is over?
¿Estás conectado?
Wait. No. I can't.
¿Riminsul?
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world.
The balladeer has already become a god?
No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of Wisdom.
¡Woohoo! ¡Let's fucking go! ¡Qué picardo eso, tío!
At my command, you shall fall.
Te voy a reventar la cabeza que vas a desear unirte a mi equipo. Me parece los Stark esta mierda, tío.
Nilu, are you sure about this?
¿Estás segura de estar en el banner antes que Nahida?
I must admit that I'm a little scared.
¡La puta madre!
My best for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Con los spoilers, hijos de puta.
Hithem's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Brothers, let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Eremitas contra eremitas. Dios.
You've betrayed all of Sumeru.
Hijos.
Betrayed its Archon.
¡Ay! ¡Ay! Estoy por dejar de ver estos putos trailers y streams.
Creating a god.
Te lo juro, ¿eh?
Using human wisdom to create a god.
Estoy por dejar de ver estos putos streams porque esto es jodidamente épico y no quiero spoilearme.
And inaugurate my birth as a god.
Pelos de punta, tío. Tengo los putos pelos de punta, niño. ¡Joder! ¡Qué tremendo pajón me hago! Gift. Gift. A ver. Bla bla bla. 6 SP. M42. Z3X. VWH. A ver. Vale. Go. Uf. Qué pajoncio me hago, por Dios. Qué pajoncio me hago, por Dios. ¡Oh! ¡Dios! Potencia.
So, we've got a lot to unpack from that trailer.
Yeah,
after experiencing the Sub-Zerus Festival, Samsara, and surviving our journey through the desert, we'll finally get to the riveting end of the Sumeru Archon quest in version 3.2. Picking up right where we left off, the Traveler is teaming up with some amazing characters to face the Academia and rescue Sumeru's Archon.
Let's
But
go.
I'm sure the first thing everyone's wondering is how we're going to save the Dendro Archon.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
for sure.
hostiazos.
Nahida's been locked up by the doctor inside the sanctuary of Suristana. It's not like we can just go walking in there. And on top of that, we're dealing with 2 of the Fatui Harbingers now. We've got the Balladeer in his super powerful looking boss form,
Buah.
as well as the doctor, who seems to be a real tricky one to predict. I'm not gonna lie, the Traveler really has his hands full with this one.
Yeah, definitely a tricky situation.
Buah. Tío, qué pasada,
And
macho.
besides these 2 Harbingers, we can be sure the Grand Sage will also be on his guard. But hey, with the help of 2 insiders like Sino and Alhaitham, we might just have a way into the Academia.
Well, as the General Mahamatra, Sino also has his own agenda. After being tracked and predicted by the Academia for all these years, this might just be his chance to settle the score.
And if we're hoping to truly save Sumeru, we'll definitely need the power of the Dendro Archon to help us.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how everyone's hard work and coordination plays out.
And I don't know about you guys, but besides saving Nahida, I'm also curious how we're going to save Irminsul. Plus, we still don't know the meaning
Buah.
behind the words that
Qué
Greater Lord
pasada, tío.
Nevada left us. World, forget me.
Ahora lo veremos.
Well, travelers will be able to personally unravel the answers to all these questions in their own journeys through version 3.2.
You know, I'm actually kind of curious what the future for Sumeru will be once they get through all of this and, well, you know, what will happen to the crew we've been working with along the way.
Yeah, same. I just hope things will work out for everyone affected by Elazar, like Dunyarzad and Kale. Oh, and we can't forget the desert dwellers who have been mistreated all these years. There's a lot that needs to change for them, too.
Right. So be sure not to miss Chapter 5 of the Archon quest. Akasha pulses, the Kulpa flame rises. It'll be quite the ride, and I hope everyone will enjoy it.
Yeah, and of course, the end of this quest won't be the end of everyone's journey in Sumeru. There's still
Claro,
many puzzles
evidentemente.
and mysteries waiting to be solved. Whether it's Lesser Lord Kusanali, the Doctor, or the Balladeer, I think there still might be lots of
qué
unexpected
pasada,
things
tío.
waiting to be uncovered.
Yes, it's gonna be
Ah, mierda.
awesome.
Joder, no te lo
Okay,
quites,
So
coño.
now that we've talked about some of the storyline, maybe we can talk about that massive mechanical-looking puppet we've seen. That's the god that the Academia has been creating.
Buah.
That's right. And now that you mentioned it, let's talk about the Balladeer boss battle.
This
Buah.
The doctor must
Te
have
hago
put a
una
lot of research
paja.
into this.
Yeah, the Balladeer has lots of strong and awesome looking abilities, so why don't we start by checking out some gameplay from the new boss
Y lo
battle?
mataré tan rápido que no veré ni la mitad de habilidades. La música, tío. Oh, me la
Just
pone
look at the
dura, me la
size
pone
of it.
dura.
Pretty sure this boss is gonna push travelers to the limit.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that thing is huge! And come to think of it, this is like the 3rd Fatui Harbinger boss battle we've had. They really keep stepping up the art and design every time. It's so awesome!
Yeah,
It's so cool.
this is an ultra powerful puppet we're going up against here. So we're talking huge attacks and epic moves. Let's break it down a bit. In the first phase of the battle, the Balladeer will use his massive arms to attack everyone. The arms are capable of utilizing different elemental powers, and there are
Este
several
jefe
types
tendría
of
que ser un jefe
abilities,
multijugador
including
con
attacks
todo
that
el mundo
create
tener
fields
su
of
equipo
burning or
y que estuviera
freezing
balanceado
effects on the
respecto a
ground.
eso. Sería una puta
you know
hostia, ¿te
what?
imaginas?
This fight kinda
Que
reminds me
pudiera
of when we
participar
fight
todo el mundo con
ruin
su
guards.
equipo y estuviera balanceado, que no se muriera de dos hostias.
Right. And you might have noticed there are some arcane formations on the ground, so activating those might trigger some interesting effects.
And I bet a lot of people are wondering what that thing is floating next to us. Not gonna lie, he's kinda cute. Oh, maybe it's a Paimon reskin.
Sorry. But yeah. Not only is it super cute, but it's also super powerful. Travelers will need to charge energy for this little helper and use its special skill to counter the boss in battle.
A helper in a boss fight. Yeah, that's definitely not Paimon.
Once the Balladeer has transformed into this massive form, our usual attacks won't deal any tangible damage to him. So, the only thing capable of breaking through his defenses will be our little helper that we just mentioned.
Rules of nature! Dun, 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 dun.
The boss's weak points.
Who would have guessed that little thing would be so important against a boss the size of the Balladeer?
I know, right? They also use some amazing special effects for all of the Balladeer's moves. Speaking of which, the cosmic appearance, the spacey special effects of his skills really kind of remind me of...
Hostia, si vas con Raiden en este jefe... Si vas con Raiden en este jefe, tendrá una frase, ¿no? Para él. Hostias, como Azdaja tiene una voz... Espera, si vas con... La Tamura Yukari. La señora no tiene ninguna voz para ningún personaje, en teoría. He ido con el viajero, he ido con Raiden, pero este tiene que tener una voz con Raiden, 100%.
It's seriously so crazy what we've been through.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that, Zach. Okay, so throughout our journey, maybe everyone's already noticed some of the unique, yeah, let's call it that, unique metaphors that Nahida likes to use. And yeah, they can be pretty out there. Or sometimes she'll use really childlike
¡Qué potencia! ¡Qué potencia! Garantizado. Let's go.
She's yet to set foot in the outside world since she was born. To her, all the knowledge that she has in her mind is like pieces of scenery that she's never seen with her own eyes.
Totally. It's really hard to imagine that the god of wisdom had been locked up for 500 years. Just makes me upset just thinking about it.
But I'm sure everything will work out sooner or later.
If travelers would like to spend more time with Nahida, then be sure to check out Nahida's story quest.
Buah, es que me faltan 5 o 6 misiones de historia, coño.
Upon completing the Sumeru Archon quest. So be sure to check out the quest to learn more.
It's nice that we'll get to spend more time with her, but I want to see Nahida in battle. What you got for us, Kimberly?
Oh, I've got lots to share. But before we get to that, let's have a quick peek at Nahida in action.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
El autoataque mola un montón, ¿eh? Tiene mucho rango, ¿no?
Bro.
Blip, 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 blip. Boom.
The Temple of Wisdom.
¿Va a hacer esto un daño?
Wow, she's so cute.
Look at her.
I love her.
Aw, little Nahida is so cute.
Tamura Yukari. Tamura
Oh,
Yukari.
and her swing too. So, what's that skill that looks like she's using a viewfinder or something? That seems pretty different.
Tamura
So
Yukari.
let's start with her viewfinder-ish kind of skill, which is actually her elemental skill. As a catalyst user, Nahida's combat style is pretty unique. You may cast her elemental skill by tapping the skill button, or you may hold the button to enter an aiming mode. Opponents who are selected while aiming will be linked by Nahida's special mark. After you trigger elemental reactions on opponents who are linked, and when they take damage from Dendro cores, Nahida will unleash Tri-Karma Purification, dealing Dendro damage.
Whoa, this is so cool.
Es solo uno, ¿no?
Yeah, I love how it's like connecting the enemies together.
Outside of combat, Nahida can use her elemental skill and enter the aiming mode we just mentioned to interact with
Esto es
certain
Dios.
items, allowing her to collect items directly to the
Esto es
inventory
Dios.
from a
Esto es
distance.
muy bueno.
Wait.
Power
Being
creep.
able to harvest materials like that is gonna be so cool. That'll really save us some time.
Yeah, this skill may also have some additional uses, so travelers will have to give it a try themselves and see.
Ooh, okay.
Qué guapo, tío.
Nahida's elemental burst is where things get really interesting. A Upon unleashing her burst, Nahida manifests the Court of Dreams, expanding a special field.
That's pretty amazing. The effect really does look like some royal court or palace.
Yeah, different effects will be produced based on whether there are pyro, electro, and hydro characters in the party. While Nahida is within the special field, a pyro member in the party will increase the damage of Tri-Karma Purification. An electro party member will decrease the intervals at which Tri-Karma Purification is triggered, and a hydro party member will cause the duration of the field to be increased. If there are at least 2 party members of the elemental types I just mentioned, then the effects will be increased further.
Y funciona con Nahida fiel esto
This is
también.
blowing my mind right now. We'll really have to focus on which effects we want to achieve and put some thought into our team's composition.
Right? A key thing to remember is that these effects can be triggered while Nahida is not on the battlefield, as long as the active character remains in the special field radius.
Oh.
Nice. Also, in addition to Nahida,
Wow, pero es muy grande este área,
character joining us in version 3.2.
Layla, oh, let's go.
That's right. She's a very peculiar academia student. Her name is Layla. Most days, she looks super tired and anxious.
A ver, un
which seems to
momento,
be a
¿qué
direct
voz?
result
A
of her
ver,
relentless struggle
Recero,
with her studies.
Priscila. ¿Quién es
Yeah,
Priscila? No
and
tengo ni
not
puta
only is she
idea.
frail and anxious
A
looking,
ver,
but she also studies astrology.
No Game
So
No Life,
it's no wonder
Jibril,
people around here
hostias.
might consider her a little strange and mysterious.
Cross Ange. Hostias, la voz de Hilda de Cross Ange, hostias. Pues no se parecen a nada. Kill la Kill Nui, hostias, Kill la Kill Nui. Ah, Kill la Kill Nui. Nahida's Nui, me cago en la puta leche.
Unusual ability comes into play.
And her ability is sleepwalking.
Yeah. While she is sleeping, Layla unleashes her true self, allowing her to regain the confidence she needs and activate the
Como
talents
Zenitsu.
and strengths she's had all along.
Como
As soon as she
Zenitsu.
starts sleepwalking, her unfinished papers no longer seem like the monumental tasks they were, and she completes them in no time.
Female
Which
Zenitsu.
is
Zenitsu
definitely
hembra.
something only Layla can do. Our viewers shouldn't try to do this with their own homework. But does Layla have any idea what happens when she's sleepwalking? I mean, does she know that she has this ability?
She seems to be aware of it. The papers are obviously full of her handwriting, after all. But there have been some weird instances. For example, once during crunch time while researching, she sleepwalked and climbed the wall of Sawmill, and then randomly bumped into Candace. Such weird occurrences have made her start to wonder what's really going on.
And aside from her sleepwalking, just like any other student, Layla has many typical things that she hopes to achieve, as well as some regrets. She wants to be able to make friends and go out and have fun.
Bueno,
But it seems
si
like
viene
she'll
con
never be able to
Yaemiko,
do
pues
any of that
tiraremos.
until
No hay
she
ningún problema. No problema.
And actually, I'm guessing that she uses her sleepwalking abilities in combat too, right?
You bet. Let's have a look at Layla in combat.
Sweet.
Even when we're not looking up at the stars, they're always there.
Qué voz, parece que está dormida, tío.
My guiding stars.
Qué bonita, tío. Qué chula.
Stars, shine for me.
Dicen que es como un sidegrade de Diona, más ofensivo. Una Diona más ofensiva he leído. Qué chula.
It almost looks like she's sleeping while being protected by the shield.
This shield not only protects Layla, but also creates night stars while it is active. When a character protected by the shield uses an elemental skill, more night stars will be created. Once 4 night stars have been accumulated, they will transform into homing shooting stars, dealing damage to any opponent's hit.
Es interesante, ¿eh?
Ah, night stars. I love how her skills have a starry theme. It ties into her studies.
Yeah, throughout the skill's duration, each time a night star is accumulated, the shield strength will increase. This effect can stack up to a maximum of 4 times.
Whoa.
Layla's elemental burst unleashes a dream sphere that constantly fires starlight slugs at opponents within
Es como una Diona, pero
while
sin cura,
also
¿no?
generating night stars
Y
for
ofensa,
Layla's
pero tiene
shield.
más ofensa.
As a talented Ratawa his student, Layla also comes in handy when crafting. When Layla crafts character talent materials, she has a set chance to receive double the product.
Nice.
Sweet.
Vale.
Anyway, when can travelers expect to see these new characters available
Ver.
in game?
Great
Vale,
question.
yo y Milla los
That
leaks.
brings us
Pero
to
yo y
new
Milla ya
event
salió en la
versions. In the early
2.8. ¿Por qué
part of
volvió a
version
salir?
2.8, Nahida
Bueno, a mí
and
me da
Hironia
igual.
will be
Entonces solo
available.
tiraré por Nahida.
In the later part of the version, we'll be seeing rerun event wishes for Yaemiko and Titania, and Layla will become available for the first time. Also, a new
Milady.
5-star weapon, 1,000
Milady.
will be appearing in the new weapon event wish.
Milady.
By the way, I've heard that Layla's been getting ready recently to participate in Sumeru's Beast Tamer tournament. But before we get into that,
Ah, pues seguramente tiraré por Yaemiko después de Nahida. Tiraré por Yaemiko, a ver si me sale la C2. Y eso.
It's time for redemption code.
Ah.
Get it?
Boo.
I know.
Alright, that's enough.
A ver. Buah. Qué potencia, tío. A ver. KS6QL 3Y JF TWM. Venga. Gemitas. Vale. Ok. A ver.
Welcome back to the version 3.2 special program, everyone. Next, we'll take a look at some of the new
Dory.
events that are coming up.
Dory.
An amazing fungus competition is about to begin
Free
in the
Dory, let's
lands
go.
of Sumeru.
Venga, ya he hecho bien en no tirar por Dory.
Local competitors from Sumeru,
Esos leaks buenísimos,
other nations.
Esos leaks buenísimos. Que no tiré por Dory y ahora me la llevo free. Let's go.
How does that even work? Aren't fungi dangerous? They're always attacking us in the wild.
I know it sounds a little weird, but you'll love it. In this contest, participants will use a special gadget called a Wisdom Orb to catch and train their fungi and
He
participate
oído
in
a Special
battle
Gacha,
events.
no Special
Although
Gadget.
the fungi often pose as little troublemakers for us in the wild, using this gadget will allow travelers to establish a certain level of communication with them.
Oh,
Okay, so if I catch and train a Jade Plume Terror Shroom, then I should be pretty much unstoppable, right?
Oh no, come on, that wouldn't be fair.
In this event, travelers will be able to sneak up on fungi in some certain areas to catch them. Unfortunately, the Jade Plume Terror Shroom is not one of those areas, Kimberly.
Aww.
If you end up startling them, they'll flee until they are outside a set distance.
After catching different kinds of fungi, you can follow Paimon's suggestion and give them cute names. But most importantly, you will have to train your fungi.
That sounds fun.
Travelers will
what?
have to use special floral jelly ingredients to mix and form blends that your fungi enjoy and unlock their true potential. While mixing ingredients, you use copy, switch, and rotate functions, and place a preset formula you have in the corresponding spot.
Aw, looks kind of like
¿Y luego qué
Kelly.
haces con ellos?
I bet Kelly's
¿Peleas?
gonna be all over that.
Hey, Paimon wouldn't ever do that!
Tell why you didn't book that role.
And with all these different kinds of fungi, they should have different abilities, right?
Yeah, so to work on their abilities, we'll use something called the Special Training Mode. In this mode, there will be two challenge types, Coordinated Assaults and Zone Defense. Travelers will be able to command their fungi's
A ver.
abilities, have them coordinate their attacks against a single target, and control them to defend the ley line.
What?
Aw, they're so cute.
Ah, pero pelean conmigo.
This
Ah,
is
no,
gonna be
sí,
so
sí,
much
¡hala!
fun. I can't wait.
Ah, qué chulo,
Me
¿no?
neither. As for the rewards,
Qué
in addition to
guapo.
Primo Gems and various materials, once travelers have reached a certain
Esto es
phase of
porque no es
the game, they
permanente.
will also be able to summon the great and almighty merchant, Dory.
And Layla will be appearing in the event storyline, as well as a familiar visitor from another nation. Any idea who it could be?
Supposedly a fun guy.
Okay, I see what you did there. I respect it.
Hmm.
Let's leave that for travelers to discover themselves in the event.
Come on, guys, fun guy.
Okay, next up we have a change of pace with an all-new Trials event. For this
Trials.
event, travelers will have to use characters' special abilities to complete specific objectives.
Vale.
For example, you may have to knock slimes into the goal by triggering an overloaded reaction.
¡Hala, qué
with
chulo!, ¿no?
Cleese and Cleese attacks,
Ajá.
or use Yelan's elemental skill to move quickly and dodge giant pinballs.
¡Qué
Here's some
guapo!
others. Use Xiao's plunging attack to send platforms back to the ground, or use Beto's elemental skill to hit the ball.
¡Lol!
This sounds like some pretty unusual training.
¡Qué chulo!, ¿no?
And to make things even more interesting, this event will support co-op gameplay.
Oh. This sounds like it'll be a lot of fun to watch. But what about objectives for characters that maybe we haven't unlocked yet?
No worries, we got you covered. All the corresponding characters will be provided as trial characters in the challenges.
Claro, normal.
Perfect.
In addition to these events,
Vale.
version 3.2 will also feature an event for our players to put their skills to the test. This time, we'll have a new edition of the Hypostatic Symphony event.
Uf, ya me acuerdo de este evento. Era una puta mierda,
What
tío.
changes can travelers expect this time around?
The most notable change, of course, will be the addition of the new Dendro Hypostasis. That's right, the last member of the Hypostasis family will be officially landing in version 3.2.
Vale.
Besides serving as a new open world boss, the Dendro Hypostasis will also be...
¿Y ahora si sale un personaje dentro de otro país? ¿Tendrá que venir aquí o tendrá un jefe en su
Travelers will be
país?
facing challenges featuring the Dendro, Cryo, Pyro, and Hydro Hypostases. Before each challenge, travelers may select a buff effect to use. However, as you increase the difficulty, the number of uses will decrease and the enemies will become more challenging. So it'll be super important for travelers to plan the right moment to use these effects.
Che, contra la de hielo me voy con Jutao y le meto una hostia que la empapelo.
To use food and potions from their inventory. If you're aiming to just collect all the Primo Gem rewards, then don't worry. You won't need to up the difficulty too much.
Okay, good to know. Whew.
I, for one, will definitely not be upping the difficulty. And just like before, you may tackle the challenges together with your friends once they have joined your world.
Great. We can help each other out.
Oh yeah.
Now that we've covered the challenge event, let's take a quick look at a couple more casual events coming our way in the
Casual
new update.
events.
First, we'll be finding inspiration for an illustrator in the Outside the Canvas Inside the Lens event. And once again,
La
we'll be
gente,
working
mira,
together with
oye, la
creators
gente
in
que se queja de los eventos del Genshin,
It's also worth mentioning
pero
here
hijos, ¿os
that
habéis visto los otros eventos que tenéis en vuestros putos juegos gacha que son todos de darle la misma misión de mierda, farmear 500 veces? Al menos Joyoverse se curra estos eventos, tío. Tienes que hacer cosas diferentes, un poco para aquí, para allá. Tío, es que, ¿qué quieres? ¿Que te pongan un puto evento de mierda que le das al botón y se farmea solo? Es que no. ¡Hala!
Man, I love these kinds of events. Sign me up.
Yeah, me too.
Ah,
In
Replication
addition to all these
System.
new events, we also have some news on system-related updates and optimizations. I'm really excited about the first of these, which is regarding the Serenity Pot. Starting with version 3.2,
O sea, puedes
the
copiar la
Serenity
tetera
Pot
de
is
alguien.
adding the long-awaited replication system.
Ah,
That's super amazing.
qué guay.
This feature will
Hostias.
allow travelers to use sharing codes to bring designs from other travelers' teapots.
El problema es que
implement
tendrás
them
que
in
tener
their
las cosas igualmente para
or
craftear.
share their own teapot designs. I know there may be some travelers out there who have seen some amazing teapot designs that they've wanted to also create themselves, but didn't have the ability or time to make it. With this new function, travelers will be able to bring
Qué
that
guapo,
creativity
tío.
back to their own teapot or share their creativity with others.
Get ready to hit up your friends with amazing teapot skills.
Qué guapo.
I can't wait to see everyone sharing their designs, especially with me.
Which brings us to our final update to share with everyone. This one is regarding the game's available languages. Starting with version 3.3, which will be the update following this one, Genshin Impact will be adding Turkish and Italian to the game language settings.
Italian,
So
italiani.
players who'd prefer
¿No
to
estaba en
see the game's
italiano?
text and UI in
¿En
those
serio?
languages can look forward to that.
The team truly hopes that travelers from all over the world can enjoy the game and
A
start
ver,
their
¿qué
own
dice el
journeys to
chat
the
aquí
world of
ahora?
Tibet.
For further details, please check Genshin Impact's official channels and keep an eye out for future announcements and info.
Italiani.
Covered a ton of stuff. Seriously, it's a lot
Cuando
to
ponen en
take in.
italiano, los personajes mueven así la mano para hablar.
So now
Paimon.
it's probably a
¡Ejete
great time
nanda
for
yo!
our last redemption code.
Oh yeah.
¡Bardo de pacotilla! No giorno Giovanna che io me galo. A ver. ¿Dónde está? PS 6RL KGK UR. Bla 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 bla. Qué rápidos que son, macho. Vale. Vale. 300 gemitas.
Well, everyone, I think we've covered just about everything coming our way in version 3.2, which means we've arrived at the end of our special
¿Ya
program.
está?
This was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we covered a ton of stuff.
So much stuff.
Yeah. So many events too. But the thing that I'm most excited about is, of course, Nahida playable character, Nahida playable character, Nahida playable character.
Yo también, me too.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely the Balladeer. Dude, it looks so
Nahida va a hacer Acino muy bueno, ¿eh? Nahida va a hacer Acino buenísimo, pero muy bueno.
Yeah, no, for me,
Porque básicamente le elimina el problema de tener que estar pegado a un área y de que se vaya tras 15 segundos. Porque claro, se tarda 25 segundos en desaparecer la marca de Skanda. Y encima, claro, más los 8 que pilla cataliza, es que me pregunto si en vez de Fischl sería mejor otro apoyo que diera mucho tiempo, que durara mucho tiempo, tío. ¿Sabes? Claro, porque Fischl sacaba los X segundos, ¿sabes? Y si no tira su habilidad, su ulti se desperdicia.
In our story this time, we'll be encountering some interesting and mysterious content, and I hope it will be an amazing experience for all of our travelers. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon be with all of you.
See you in game, everyone. Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Hola, adiós. See you.